Hey everyone, this is Like24, and today we're going to be talking about Bakura. Now, the way you unlock him is you play his event, and you get to 200,000 points, and that's extremely easy to do. All you really need to do is play against level 40. I think it's like somewhere between 8 to 10 times, and you don't really have to win. You just have to play against him, and you'll eventually get those points. Playing against him is actually kind of hard because you have to beat him within 5 turns if you don't have a card that removes the Dark Necrosphere the Necrosphere from his graveyard. So it's kind of hard to farm him, but I am trying to get a deck going to where I can go ahead and start farming him, and we'll see how that goes. So his I think, in my opinion, Bakura is actually extremely good, and I don't usually throw these words around, but I think he is meta changing, and he is game breaking, because he does have that ability where he wins in 5 turns. Now, there's a ton of cards that come out, and I've never used those terms, because I really don't think that many cards can change the meta. However, his ability to have the Destiny board out does win games, so it does change the meta. And the way in my opinion, the way I see it is that from now on, in your competitive deck, you'll have to have something to remove cards from the graveyard. You'll have to have it disappear, or something among those lines, to get something out of the graveyard. Otherwise, when you play against Bakura, you're just automatically gonna lose. So his skill is extremely powerful. Everything else that he has is kind of bad. Even the prices that he gives out for level 40, they're actually extremely bad. And I'm really surprised that the Necrosphere wasn't actually one of his reward cards, and I can't see his victory card. So everything in the super rare is not even good. Honestly, just go ahead and say it's not good. I don't think you should waste time even farming him. Just go ahead and play against him, beat him as fast as possible, so you get the points for the event. And also the event, usually, if you remember the Pegasus event, whenever you got a certain amount of points, you got a second relinquish after you unlock Pegasus, and this one doesn't give you even a second Necrosphere. So I don't know why they went to decide where they decided that. And in addition, they increased the points from 2 million to 4 million. That's actually a huge change. Also, I'm not sure if a lot of people were just finishing the 2 million extremely quick, or what, or why is it that they took that decision, or maybe they just wanted to make more money with the dual orbs, as they saw maybe that a lot of people were buying them. And when I say dual orbs, I'm talking about those. So I'm guessing they saw that a lot of people were buying them, and that's how they're making their money. So I'm guessing that's why they did the 4 million instead of the 2 million. But overall, Bakura is going to be extremely good going forward with a Destiny board skill. With the standard skills that he gets from leveling up, he's not that great, so you will have to farm with him to go ahead and get that skill. And I've already looked at all his cards that he gets, and the cards aren't that great. Now, he does have one single card that will be extremely good in the future. It won't do much right now, but in the future, this card is a staple in every zombie deck. So whenever Emergency Teleport comes out, or Peg Spreader Zombie gets released, this card actually plays a huge role in that deck, as it gets you a +1 whenever you synchro summon. And whenever we hit that era, hopefully, I'm thinking it'll be most likely another 6 or 7 months, so it is far in the future. So you do have time to get the Goblin Zombie, and I'm thinking there'll be another way to get him too, because in that zombie deck you do need 3 of them, or at least 2. So that's the only card that, in my opinion, that he has that's extremely good. Everything else, it's okay. It's not that great, but overall, the character and the ability that he has to use Destiny board will change the way the game gets played in a competitive setting. There will be a lot of players that will be taking advantage of it, and a lot of, I think, Weevil players, what they're gonna do is they're just gonna switch over their Weevil deck to Bakura. And the way that they're just gonna stall like they've been doing with Weevil. And instead of bringing down your life points down to to 2000, what they'll do is they'll just sit there for 5 turns and they'll win. Because if you don't have a card that'll remove the Necrofear from his graveyard, then there's no way for you to win. And if they're sitting behind like 2 Gardenas and Mask of Restrict, or that mask that equips to your monster and you can't attack, so you will have to be looking out for that. Otherwise, whenever you face him, you're just gonna instantly lose against him. So overall, I think Bakura is extremely good with his skill, the Destiny board. His price support isn't great. I think it could have been better. You could have at least gone another Goblin Zombie, maybe another Dark Necrofear, or whatever the name of the card is. Going forward, you will need to be thinking kind of in the back of your mind that if you do play Bakura, you will need to be prepared for him. Otherwise, you're just gonna instantly lose. So I'll show you here in a bit a video of me just unlocking him. And like I said, all you really have to do is get him to 200,000 points, and you get him, and you get. Let me show you the deck that you get also. United decks. Okay. So like every other deck, everything is jank except for like the Ultra Dark Necrofear, and he's actually extremely hard to get out because you need to have the 3 Fiend type monster from your graveyard. And I'm only thinking that if at max, if you're able to get a second one somehow, that you're able to just run 2 and that'd be it. I think one should be fine also. So that's gonna be it for Bakura. I'll keep working on a farm deck and see if I can get him to farm maybe like at 7k or 8k assessment at level 40. And I'll go ahead and leave a video of him of me unlocking him. So enjoy.